Hollywood is a tough nut to crack, but every so often, someone comes along who's impossible to ignore. That's Kaitlin Olson, a true comedic powerhouse. She's fearless, throwing herself into roles with wild abandon, and she's redefined what it means to be funny in Hollywood. While legends like Lucille Ball paved the way, Kaitlin brought a new, chaotic energy to physical comedy. She's not afraid to look ridiculous, and that's her secret weapon. In a world obsessed with perfection, Kaitlin's willingness to be imperfect is what makes her stand out. Her journey wasn't an overnight success. It's a story of grit, resilience, and relentless authenticity. She didn't fit the mold. She broke it and built her own. Kaitlin proves that your quirks are your superpowers. So let's dive into her story, her roots, her struggles, and how she became the queen of chaotic comedy. It's a journey of rejection, resilience, and a whole lot of laughter. Kaitlin Olson doesn't just follow the rules, she rewrites them. Before Hollywood, Kaitlin was just a small-town Oregon girl, growing up on a farm, about as far from LA as you can get. That upbringing gave her a strong work ethic and grounded perspective. She studied theater at the University of Oregon, then packed her bags for Los Angeles. Like many, she joined the Groundlings, LA's legendary comedy troupe and training ground for future stars. There, Kaitlin honed her fearless physical comedy style. But the Groundlings wasn't a shortcut to fame. It was a grind, surrounded by the funniest people in the business. She spent years performing, writing, and perfecting her craft. Along the way, she landed small roles in shows like And. Each part was a stepping stone, teaching her the ropes and building her confidence. It was a slow, steady climb. Auditions, small victories, and constant hustle. But she was laying the groundwork for something big. Success was just around the corner. Comedy hasn't always welcomed women with open arms. Comedy hasn't always welcomed women with open arms. Comedy hasn't always welcomed women with open arms. For years, female roles were limited and one-dimensional. Kaitlin was told she was too funny or too much for certain parts. But she refused to shrink herself to fit the industry's narrow expectations. Instead, she doubled down on her unique style, believing there was an audience for women who were loud, awkward, and unapologetically hilarious. The competition was fierce, one funny girl role for every handful of funny guys. Kaitlin faced rejection after rejection, but it only fueled her determination. She realized if the roles she wanted didn't exist, she'd have to create them. That mindset turned frustration into fuel. Her early struggles built resilience and set her apart as a trailblazer. All she needed was the right opportunity to show the world what she could do. Kaitlin's big break came from an unlikely place, a scrappy, low-budget pilot called. The creators needed a female lead, and Kaitlin's fearless style was a perfect fit. Originally, her character Dee was written as the sensible one, but Kaitlin pushed for something different. She insisted Dee be just as awful and hilarious as the guys. That bold move transformed Dee into one of TV's most iconic female characters. Kaitlin's physical comedy and willingness to embrace Dee's flaws made her a core part of the gang. The show wasn't an instant hit, but it built a cult following thanks to its dark humor and brilliant cast. For Kaitlin, it became a creative home where she could take risks and shine. She finally had a role that let her unleash her full comedic potential. The chemistry was electric, and Kaitlin's performance helped redefine what women could do in comedy. Launched her into stardom. She'd found her place and changed the game. Playing Dee Reynolds for over 15 seasons is legendary, but what Kaitlin did with the role is groundbreaking. Dee is a mess, delusional, selfish, and the gang's constant punching bag. Yet Kaitlin makes her hilarious and oddly relatable. Her physical comedy is unmatched, from wild stunts to bizarre bird impressions. Kaitlin's commitment to every ridiculous moment sets her apart. She's not afraid to look foolish, and that's where the magic happens. But Dee isn't just a punchline. Kaitlin brings depth and vulnerability to the character. We see Dee's desperation for approval and her constant struggle for respect. Kaitlin's performance is layered, switching from arrogant to pathetic in a heartbeat. Dee became a feminist anti-hero, proving female characters don't have to be likable or perfect to be compelling. Kaitlin broke new ground, showing women can be just as flawed and funny as anyone. Dee opened the door for a new kind of female comedy character. Kaitlin's legacy is redefining what's possible for women in comedy. Kaitlin Olson's influence goes far beyond Paddy's Pub. Her success on led to starring roles in, and more, always bringing her unique comedic energy. She's shown Hollywood there's a huge audience for bold, unapologetic, female-led comedy. Kaitlin inspires a new generation of women to be loud, weird, and take up space. She's helped make complex, hilarious female characters the new norm. As of now, Kaitlin is still at the top of her game, with remaining a beloved comedy staple. She's exploring new projects, always pushing herself as an actress and creator. With her talent and work ethic, her career shows no signs of slowing down. Kaitlin Olson has changed the way women are seen in comedy, and she's just getting started. There are more stories for her to tell, more characters to bring to life. Hollywood is funnier and bolder with Kaitlin Olson in it.